to the You're Worth It show. This podcast about owning your worth, stepping into your power, and creating the life that you deserve. We dive into meaningful topics, celebrate resilience, and highlight amazing businesses and entrepreneurs that's making a difference. From self-growth to relationships, success, and everything in between. I am your host, Cetra, and I am so honored because I have some of when I say the most amazing guests that come on this show, and they share their inspiring stories to remind you that you're worth it. So, y'all, I am super excited about my guests that I have here in the studio with me today. I have Mr. Kevin D. Williams here in the studio with me. Welcome.
I'm glad to be here.
Well, I just thank you. And you notice I didn't say much about you, right, in this intro. And there's a reason. There is a reason behind it. Because I know you talk a lot about elevator pitches, right?
I do.
So go ahead. Tell the people, who is Kevin D. Williams?
You know, this is so interesting, Cetra, because I'm normally behind the scenes,
right?
Or behind the camera. So right. It's always me sharing with our clients, the steps we need to take. But who's Kevin D. Williams? Kevin D. Williams is someone who had to master the art of communication. Mm. And what that looks like is, most people don't know it, but I have a PhD. That's a public high school diploma.
Okay, I'm about to say, okay, doctor. Okay, doctor.
And so I had to find a craft that would never go away, would open doors that degrees would never will, right?
Okay.
And that's the art of communication. And unfortunately, we're losing that art and what we call communication because how technology is taking over. I mean, think about how we communicate now. It's very little phone conversation. It's constantly what?
Texting.
It's
and
texting.
Then it's the short text.
On top of that, most of us get the message misconstrued, right?
Oh gosh, I've been.
Yeah, and so, but because we're not communicating.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, oh gosh, even like with my kids, I have a 19-year-old, and I just be like, why you just won't pick up the phone?
Right.
Why you just won't call me? And then the text that he sends me, I'm like, okay, what does that say?
Right, because WYD or...
Right.
My daughter had sent me one yesterday. I'm like, I've never seen that one. LYK, let you know.
Okay, that's new.
Right,
okay.
right. So I'm like, it's a lot. Or she can be at the door, and instead of knocking on the door, right?
Send a text.
Yeah, open the door.
Oh, wow.
And then I send one back, knock.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm going to try that with.
Right.
I'm going to try that with my son. Well, you're an author. Mm-hmm. Ooh, you have a bestseller. So, Kevin, what inspired you to write Unlocking Opportunities? I mean, that title right there is an attention grabber. So what inspired you to write that?
My daughter.
Your daughter?
Mm-hmm. Okay. When she was young, I almost lost my daughter because I didn't have good communication skills. Mm-hmm. My communication skills is what I inherited when I was growing up, and that was fussing, cussing, yelling.
Oh, wow.
Those are my traits. And so when my daughter was young, it didn't matter she told the truth. It didn't matter she told a lie. It didn't matter what she would say. My only response was it was either fussing, cussing, or hollering.
Oh, wow.
And so I remember her writing me a letter when she was much younger. She's 22 now, but when she was maybe 7 or 8, and I still have the letter, and I hate that I didn't bring it, but I've been moving around all day today. But the one part that still stick out when I read that letter, she says, "I don't see you the way I used to see you."
Oh.
And I knew at that point, I said to myself, Kevin, you're gonna have to get some help.
Okay.
You're gonna have to get some professional counseling, in which I did.
Okay.
I got some professional therapy, and I began to use the tools that were given to me in therapy on communication. And I didn't stop there. I continued to just buy anything, any books on communication, right?
Okay.
And I just continued to engross myself in it until I really, really mastered communication. Now, today, my daughter and I have the best relationship ever. She currently lives with us here in Dallas, and we talk every day. Now, 40% is texting,
Okay.
okay, and 60% is verbal communication.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is, we have that relationship,
Right.
Because I made a decision to get help,
Okay.
aka therapy. You know, most
Right.
men, you know, we don't want to do the therapy thing because that's in our ego system. You know, I always say ego means edging God out. You know, I don't need it. I'm good, right?
Right.
No, you're not good, brother.
Right.
No, we need that.
Yeah.
We need the tools of therapy to get us to where we need to go.
And that's so important, especially when you say about therapy, because it's needed. Because I know growing up in our household, no one went to therapy.
No.
It was pretty much just what goes on in his house stays in his house.
Right? And so that's an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you talked about therapy, it's like, oh, well, something must be wrong. And I mean, they
Right.
joke like, oh, well, you
Right.
must be crazy.
Right.
How about I just need help to get through what you putting me through, this trauma,
Right.
don't grow it up.
Childhood trauma.
Right. And people look at it. I remember like going through my divorce, and when me and my ex-husband, when we were having problems, we went through therapy, and he didn't want to go. And he joked like, oh, well, he's not Dr. Phil. But I'm like, but we got real issues, which showed later because we end up in a divorce. But it was just like he didn't take it serious. And I'm like, look, this is something that can help. And most people look down on it, and which is bad.
Yeah. And it's getting better now because, we're having more and more awareness of it. But yeah, back 20 years ago, it's no one was trying to hear the word therapy.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
no. You just go sit down,
Right.
shut up,
Right.
go sit over
Yeah.
there. That's
Pray
how.
about- we're going to pray for
Pray,
you, okay?
okay.
But yeah, I've been doing that for the past 3 days, and I'm still in the same
Still,
situation.
exactly.
Not to say prayer does not work, right? But
Right.
you still need some tools, right?
Right.
You still need tools.
Right, and that is so true. So therapy, I am 100%
Yeah.
for it. Trust me, I am. So why do you believe that networking is a skill and not just a social act? Because, I go to a lot of networking events, and I see a lot of people there at networking events, and some of them be just more like social, like, okay, you see me, I see you, and that's it. So why do you say it's a skill?
Anything that we learn to master becomes a skill.
Okay.
Speaking is a skill.
Okay.
You wasn't born knowing the English language, right?
That's true.
It's a skill. So it's a learned behavior. Once we learn the skill, then we understand the science behind it, right? Because I used to be a professional networker who would go to networking events to eat. That was like the thing for me.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, I used to do that. Yeah.
I used to go all the time.
And I knew that it would be a lot less to eat at networking events than go to a restaurant.
That is so true.
But the problem was I had the wrong concept.
Right.
Right? I would be, showing on social media, man, I had 3 slices of this pizza and had no.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And didn't make contact with no one, right?
Right.
And then all of a sudden it hit me and said, Kevin, what are you really doing?
Right.
Are you networking or are you a professional eater that goes to networking events?
Right.
Right? And so I remember there was a 3-day event in Las Vegas on mastering the art of networking and crafting the perfect elevator pitch. And I said,
okay.
I need to go there because I've always been big on learning, right?
Right.
Self-education. And when I went to that 3-day event, it really changed the whole trajectory on how I saw networking.
Right.
And so now networking is how you build your net worth. But if you don't understand how to network, you can never build your net worth.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Because I would go out to networking events all the time because I'm not from here.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I moved here, I started a business. So I had to get out and I had to meet people.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, oh, I got to go to this event. I have to go to that event.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, I just had to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you realize like, okay, like you say, like, why am I going here? Am I really getting contacts? Is it really growing my business? Or am I just trying to be seen and say, I'm here at this event?
I think it's a combination of people, want to be seen, and then they want to be social. And those things are fine. However, if we don't go to these networking events with an agenda,
that's right.
Then we're just showing up, being seen, and being social.
That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can't be mad when you say, well, I go to these networking events and I haven't gotten anything out of it because you haven't put anything in it.
Oh, wow. That is so true. Because
Yeah.
I know you say that your network is not just who you know, it's how you show up.
It's how you show up. It's how you take you out the equation and make it about the people that you're connecting with for the first time.
Right.
Yeah, I never go with me in mind. I go with you in mind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Because I remember when I was doing insurance and they would tell us, when you're talking to someone, don't talk about, the product. Talk to the person and they'll pretty much tell you their needs.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can be the solution
Right.
to their needs,
Mm-hmm.
then you can, tell them, what you do. But you should go and just listen and with the other person in mind.
Yeah.
So let's talk about elevator pitches. Now that right there, it's like whenever you go to a networking meeting, a lot of people have you get up and do an elevator pitch.
Like the organizer or the event host?
Yes.
Yeah.
And at first, I'm going to admit, and I'm a talker, but I'm like a talker because I'm like a friend talker. Like, hey, I'm your friend, hey. But when they say do an elevator pitch, it used to have me so nervous because I felt like I had to say this. I couldn't say that. And it made me nervous. As much as I love to talk, but I think I'm good at it now.
Well, we're going to see.
We're going to see.
Yeah, we're going to see.
How did you know? Because I was gonna have you rate me on that one.
Oh, yeah.
But it was to the point because now I feel like everybody is looking.
What are they supposed to?
Well, right, but they supposed to, but you're really trying not to mess up. That's just like if you were in school. Like, this is me.
Okay.
If I'm in school, I'm good. I honor student all the time.
Okay.
But when that teacher said it's a test, for some reason, I got nervous. Now, I'm good. I'm smart. I can do it. But just the simple fact, I'm trying not to mess up. Like yesterday, I went to an event, and it was a young lady, and I was talking to her, and she was just like, oh, well, I'm not going to get up if they tell me to tell about my business. So I'm the cheerleader. I'm like, girl, you need to get up and tell them about your business. So I'm cheering her on about telling her about her business because she was nervous.
Right.
Some people are just nervous about it.
So we become nervous when there's something that is outside of our comfort zone.
Right.
Right? Once we, they say success is on the other side of our comfort zone, right?
Okay, right. Yeah.
So if we don't ever go outside of our comfort zone, how can we find success?
Right.
The other element to that is that practice what? Makes what?
Perfect.
Okay.
Is that what?
That's what we've been told, right?
So, right,
But really,
exactly.
practice makes improvement.
Improvement,
Because
right.
if we practice and become perfect, then we no longer
No
practice.
longer practicing, right.
So practice make improvement. So when you're constantly improving on your pitch, that's why the term "stay ready" so you never have to get ready.
Oh, yeah.
You're ready.
Right.
But if you're not working on the thing that you know you need to be working on, then this is why most of the time anxiety, nervousness, the feeling of being uncomfortable sets in.
Okay.
Because you now have to get ready when you should have been staying ready.
Right. But what about when they tell you and they put the time on it? When they say, oh, you have 60 seconds. So now it's in your mind, let me hurry up because I only got 60 seconds.
Well, again, it goes back to practice. See, if you're practicing a 30-second pitch,
Okay.
you're practicing a 60-second pitch,
And
it
then
doesn't matter which one they throw at you because you what?
You're ready. That is so true. Yeah. Okay. Because I know, like, with, and how I started with You're Worth It, it was sharing my story.
Okay.
So I used to always share my story. Mm-hmm. But then it was just like, okay, I don't think I really want to share my story so much in my pitch. Mm-hmm. So let's say I went to the event yesterday and I didn't share it. And someone knew me. Mm-hmm. The organizer knew me and they said, why you didn't do it? They say, that's your anchor. That's what you're supposed to say. But I was so busy thinking, okay, well, you told me I only had 30 seconds. So if I tell my story, that might be the 30 seconds. And I don't want you, nodding me, telling me time is up.
So what you do is you have to know how to incorporate a little bit of your story into the pitch.
Okay.
And you can do it. You can do a little bit of story and pitch for a 30-second. You can do a little bit of story and pitch into the 60-second. But it makes the pitch better when you infuse the two.
The two. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I want to do my elevator pitch. Can I do it? Okay.
Yeah, let me time you too.
You go, oh gosh, you go. See, now you making me nervous. You
well, I mean, I'm not going to tell you to stop. I'm just going to let you know
how long it is. So I'll know.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I'm on the spot, y'all. See, this is why I love this show.
I know, right?
See, this is what it is. Real
Everything happens in real time, even
in real time. Real conversations, y'all. This is the You're Worth It show.
All right. So let me put it on the clock, and I'm going to do the stopwatch, and. Well, let me just set it up.
Okay.
All right, guys. This is the moment that a few of you have been waiting for. I know majority of you have not, but a few of you have been waiting for. And we're going to do what we call the 60-second elevator pitch. And this is where you have the opportunity to come up and share with the entire audience what it is that you do. So the first person we're going to bring to the mic is Miss Cetra Stevenson. So, Cetra, you have 60 seconds. Again, if you go over, I'm not going to say anything. When you're done, I will say something, okay? And start.
I have a question for you, and that is, what are you worth? So whatever you said, you are absolutely right, because you are worth whatever it is that you believe. I'm Cetra Stevenson, and I'm an inspirational speaker and author and the founder of You're Worth It, LLC. So you may want to know, what is an inspirational speaker compared to a motivational speaker? I want to inspire. And how I became an inspirational speaker is by sharing my story. What if I told you that I was stabbed by my ex-husband and he told my kids to stand there and watch me kill your mother? So as I was doing my inspirational speaking, I created a shirt that says, I am worth it. That is my affirmation. And as I was wearing the shirts, people were asking, well, where did you get that shirt? So I designed the shirts, I am worth it, with I am worth my peace, and I started the I am worth it store. But what I realized is that other people have stories too. So I'm also the owner of You're Worth It magazine, where we share inspirational stories. So when I asked you the question, what are you worth, and the answer that you came up with, you are absolutely right, because you are worth whatever it is that you believe. I am Cetra Stevenson, and remember that you are worth it.
All right. So 1 minute, 16
seconds.
seconds.
Oh, Lord. I was over 16 seconds?
Okay. Now, since we are talking about the pitch,
okay,
before we break down your pitch, right? We're gonna give the framework,
okay,
for the word pitch, and the framework is actually an acronym.
Okay.
The word pitch I created an acronym. Okay.
Right.
So now, when I give you this framework, it doesn't mean it has to go in that order. Okay. Like, it doesn't have to be PITCH, right?
Right.
It just needs to have all the components.
Correct.
Okay. So the first letter in the acronym PITCH, which is the P, stands for precise. How precise are you when you're communicating to the audience?
Okay.
Okay. The I in the acronym PITCH stands for impact. What's the impact I should be feeling when you're communicating your pitch to me?
Okay.
The T in the acronym PITCH stands for target. Who is the target audience that you want to be communicating to? See, most people say, well, my audience is everybody.
Right.
Okay, well, if your audience is everybody, then at the end of the day, you're talking to nobody.
Nobody. Right. Yeah.
The C in the acronym PITCH stands for clear. How clear is the message?
Okay.
And then the H in the acronym PITCH is the hook. What did you do to hook us?
I think I missed the H. I don't think I hooked. I don't think I did that hook, y'all.
What did you say in the very beginning?
I asked him, what are you worth?
Okay, that's a hook.
Okay.
Now, you want a better hook?
Yeah.
Okay. Raise your hand if you ever felt like, or even someone may have told you, you're worthless.
Okay. And what if no one raises their hand?
First of all, remember, you're not trying to get the whole room to raise
You
their
just
hand.
want a few.
You just looking for the people who resonate with the message.
Correct. Oh, wow. This
See,
is
you
deep.
trying to you're want to get
No.
You just looking for the ones who, yeah. Or you can say it like this: if you feel like there should be more than the hands raised, you can say it like this: have you ever felt like, or even been told that you were worthless?
Okay.
You see how I let that sit there?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, because I want them to feel that.
Resonate. Exactly.
Yeah. And then you say, yeah, me too. Now it's commonality.
Right.
Yeah.
This is good.
And here's the thing. We all are worthy. And so what we do here at You're Worth It is we help you see your value. We help you see your worth. One of the biggest challenges in our community, and I can speak for the Black community, is that we don't know our worth. Have someone ever asked you, what do I owe you? Oh, you nothing. You realize you just blocked your blessing? But that's what we're here to help you change, is to understand your worth.
Oh, wow. This is good. That's good. And
Now-
I felt that. And I really felt that message.
All right, so let's go back to that particular pitch that's yours, right?
Okay.
Okay. What's one thing you never heard me say? And before you answer that, one of the least influential words that we use every day, and it could be costing us hundreds or even thousands of dollars when we're communicating to people, but you never heard me say it in the pitch. What do you think that word is? What do you think is the least influential word
That a lot of people say?
yeah.
Oh, wow. You got me thinking now.
Yeah, I'm supposed to have you think.
I know. That's why I'm glad you're
and
you're
just
here.
whatever comes to mind, just
I
tell
would
me.
say can't or don't.
Okay, you say can't, don't. One more.
Not, no, something. I guess I would think something more of a negative of something saying that you can't do something.
The least influential word that majority or the majority of the world use is the word, you ready?
I'm ready because I got a feeling that I probably said it. Go ahead.
It's the word I.
Oh my gosh, that is so. I shouldn't be talking about I.
So
it should
when
be
we're
you.
when we're doing a pitch, whether we pitching to someone one-on-one or we're pitching to the entire audience, why do we open up with, "Hi, I am Citra, and I am the founder, CEO,
that is so
OOO, which is OOO, only operating officer in the company," right? We don't care.
You don't. That is so true.
We don't care about the word I. And what's even more challenging is that we can't even see ourselves in what it is that you do because you're so involved in it.
That's good. And you know what? And And I'm not kidding. I didn't say that yesterday, but I don't know. I said it today, but I'm glad I said it today because now I know not to say it again.
Did at any
I never
time,
said what I did yesterday.
At
Yesterday.
any time did you hear me say I?
I did not.
What's the word I use?
I
use the word we.
We.
Yeah. Because see, when we use the word we can see ourselves in what you're saying. But when you say, I have a show called You Are Worth It, and what I do on this show, I can't even see anything.
Oh my gosh. This right here is like so good. I'm not going to use I again. That is good. So yeah, you really gave me my aha moment, and I'm sure he gave you an aha moment. Mm-hmm. Don't use the word I. Mm-hmm. And you're right, because I'm making it about me. Mm-hmm. And you don't care about me.
And especially when people say, did you ever hear me say, I was the
founder of this, or I'm that.
No one cares about that ego, but the person that's speaking.
And I'm so glad I said that today, because I promise you I didn't say yes. I got the video to show you. I did not say that. I didn't say anything what I did, but I probably did say I, just not knowing it. But I didn't say I'm the author, I'm this.
But how many times have you heard people say that when they're pitching in front of people?
I think probably everybody
or when
that
you talking to someone one-on-one. Yes.
got up there and said it.
Yeah, even one-on-one. I'll say, hi, I'm Kevin. What's your name?
Setcher.
And I'll say, so what is it you do? And they go, I'm the owner. I'm the founder.
Oh, my gosh.
And I'm like, I've already checked out.
That is so good. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, I'm not using that. I got to program my brain not to use the I. So y'all remember the pitch. Mm-hmm. The pitch. Okay, gosh. Okay, I'm not going to use I. So what advice would you give to someone who freezes up? Which we talked about that a little bit in awkward moments.
Breathe. Just breathe. And don't apologize. You ever seen someone do this? Hi, my name. Okay, y'all. I'm sorry. I'll just. Why are you apologizing?
Wow, that is.
Yeah. Hi, my name is. Whoa! I had to think of for myself for a second. Like, make us do something, make us laugh, right? So we can forget about that moment,
right? Because we don't know you messed up.
Right. Only time we know you messed up is when you tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so true. Oh my gosh, because that sounds like something I tell like.
Even
other
in public
people,
speaking, when you're public speaking in a speaker who quotes say they're a public speaker, which that's so funny to me. Everybody got there in their bios on LinkedIn. And let me just say this. Just like networking, just like our elevator pitch, and just like public speaking, all three of those is 10% talent.
Okay.
90% tools. Most people don't have the tools when it comes to networking, when it comes to your elevator pitch, when it comes to public speaking. You're operating off of 10% talent, and you think that's going to take you to the next level. It's not. We come in and give you the tools for each one of those categories.
So what about the speakers that say just do storytelling? Because I know a lot of speakers that's storytellers.
Etc. Okay. We all can say we're a storyteller, right?
Of course, because we all got a story.
Repeat out to me, Cetra.
Okay.
Never tell a story.
Never tell a story.
Without making a point.
Without making a point.
And never make a point.
And never make a point.
Without telling a story.
Without telling a story.
If you tell me a story and I still walk raised confused, you're not a storyteller. You're just a talker.
A talker.
Yeah.
Right? Because, oh my gosh, because I listen to all these podcasts and it's like the storytelling and, and this speaker and that speaker. And I'm like, oh, okay. They just tell it. They just a talker.
They're just professional talkers.
Oh gosh, you got me thinking. So what is the art? So you said it's the art to speaking. It's the tools.
It's the tools. The tools is what's going to help you become a speaker who gets paid versus a speaker who speaks for what?
I guess just
Free.
talking for free.
Right.
They just talk.
Right.
That is good, y'all. That is so good. And see, and this is one of the next question I was going to ask about how does storytelling play a role in both networking and public speaking?
Because you infusing the two.
Okay.
And when you understand, when you have the tools of networking, when you have the tools of your elevator pitch, when you have the tools of public speaking, you know how to infuse the two. You want a demonstration?
Of course.
Okay. What do you sell?
I sell T-shirts.
Okay. So, Citra, my mom passed away at the age of 69, very young age.
Okay.
And it was because of poor eating habits, not caring for herself enough, because, women by nature are nurturers, right?
Right.
And so my mom would put everybody before her, okay? And one day she had a massive stroke at work. And we went to the hospital, and the stroke paralyzed her left side. So it took like 3 to 6 months of PT, physical therapy.
Okay.
And, of course, my mom said, yeah, I'm going to do right. I'm done, eating crazy in the morning time. My mom would get up in the morning time. This was her breakfast, etc. She have a 16-ounce Coke and a slice of pound cake. That was breakfast for my mom. You can't do that, right? It's
Right.
going to catch up with you at some point.
Right.
And so when she, got, like 60% of her left side back, she went right back to that routine. And I'll never forget this. It was a Saturday night. At the time, Wendy was my girlfriend. She's my wife today. We were upstairs. And normally I would either be traveling somewhere, but I just happened to be home that weekend. And I heard what it sounded like, Gavin. I said, when I think Mama calling me. So I go downstairs, sure enough, my mom slumped in the chair like this. And I said, Mama. She looked up and then went right back down. Now, I'm an instructor for CPR and first aid. All that went out the door. Luckily, because Wendy is a healthcare provider, she was doing CPR to my mom. I had enough sense to, dial 911. And so they transported, this happened in Arkansas, Little Rock. They transported my mom to the University of Arkansas Medical Science, UAMS. My oldest sister, who's a nurse practitioner, she was working that night. So we all met in the ER. And they was working on my mom for about, a good 35, 40 minutes. Nothing. And so they came back and they said, Kevin, Kathy, you all are family. You tell us what you all want us to do. We'll do it. Kathy looked at me, said, brother, you call it. And I said, it's fine. Let her go. And so we ended up doing the funeral for my mom. And then I noticed how my oldest sister and her kids was picking up these traits that my mom was doing. I mean, like, they would have their own ice cream. Like, wasn't no sharing one ice cream. They had to have their own ice cream, right?
Right.
And I said, Kathy, just in honor of Mom, I said, let's start working out and just, eating better, right? We ain't got to make huge leaps, just steps.
Correct.
And so we would go to Forest Heights Track and Field, et cetera. And I was just showing people on social media, like what we were doing in honor of my mom, that kind of stuff, right? And this lady reaches out to me on Facebook and she says, hi, Kevin. I just first want to, commend what you're doing in honor of your mom. And she said, if you're available to talk, could you give me a call? So I called her. And of course, she said the same thing over the phone. I said, yeah, thank you. She said, I have 2 boys. My oldest son can't play football until he loses some weight, and my younger son just need to go with him so they can both get out the house. Can you help me? Mm-hmm. I said, yeah. I said, I can help. It would probably take about 6 to 8 weeks, possibly. But we can, we can make some things happen. She
Right.
said, how much would you charge me?
Okay.
I just threw a number out there. I didn't know what I was doing, etc. And, now I'm telling my age because there was no Cash App, Venmo, Zelle back then. You either
Okay.
met people with cash or check, right?
Okay.
She met me with cash. Every week, I would just show people on social media how these young men were getting these results, right?
Okay.
And he ended up losing the weight, ended up playing football. Before I knew, etc., I had started a fitness boot camp out of thin air, outdoors. I would have 40 or 50 people come show up 5:30 a.m. in the morning outside. I had no location.
Oh.
And I would have 40 to 50 people show up in the evening time, right?
Okay.
But you know what was interesting the whole entire time? Now, one person ever asked me, Kevin, do you have like a certification in, doing boot camps?
Right.
No one ever asked me, Kevin, do you have like a personal training?
Right.
Like, no one ever asked me that. Sergio, why do you think no one ever asked that question?
Because you were given the results.
That's all we buy.
That's all. Right.
So when I asked you earlier, I said, what do you sell? What did you say?
T-shirts.
Right, you should have said what?
Results. That's good.
That's storytelling. I told you a story to make a point, and I made a point by what? Telling the story.
Just telling a story. Oh my gosh, y'all. This is
So
good.
when we're teaching what people buy, I use that story, right?
Right.
So they really can see the entire visual and they're going along with me on this journey.
Right.
Most people don't even get it the first time. You got it the first time when
Yeah.
you say results. But when I tell them, they go, oh my God. And if you think about it, one of the best industries that sell results, nothing else, is weight loss. They show you a before
And the after.
and the after. We buy what?
Yeah.
Nobody's calling in saying, who developed this pill?
Right.
Where did these people, what university? We don't care.
Right. We want the after.
We want the results. Yeah.
Right.
So why are we doing all this extra stuff when we're selling to people, right? When we
Right.
should be speaking in terms of results.
Results. Oh my gosh. That is so good. So I know that you've coached realtors, healthcare professionals, and entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because he's really good. I know y'all are just like, oh my gosh, like, oh, tell me more, tell me more. So what's a success story that still gives you chills? I'm sure there's probably
People who never participated in an elevator pitch competition before, and because working with me, they have.
Ooh.
So it's not a matter if they win or not. It's a matter that they had the courage to say, you know what, I'm going to take what Coach Kevin has given me, and I'm going to enter this pitch competition. Whereas they would have never done it.
Right.
Right.
They just took the step
Yeah.
into doing it.
Right, because if they continue to go and enter pitch competition after pitch competition, it has to happen
Right.
that they're going to win, right?
Right.
Because they're constantly improving their pitch
Right.
by participating.
I participate. Okay, yeah, I'm going to be at those pitch competitions. Yeah. Put me in, coach. Put me in. Put me in. So what's one question that everyone should be ready to answer in any networking situation?
When somebody asks you what it is that you do, instead of saying, I am the,
Get
right?
back to the, right?
Right, you should say, I always want to give an example.
Okay, yes.
Cetra asked me, what do I do?
What do you do?
Cetra, you know how most business owners and entrepreneurs are constantly marketing on social media,
Yeah.
and they feel like they're not getting any traction?
Right.
Well, here's the reason why. See, marketing is what you say about yourself. PR is what other people say about you. You want more PR than you want to do marketing.
Right.
Because even a good PR campaign would trump a marketing campaign.
Wow.
You just need PR.
You just need me. Oh my God. When I say this is a lesson for me, like yes, like, oh, thank you. I'm so glad you are here today because you are speaking to my soul. So you teach people how to go from contact to contract. Now this is another one. Oh, he's speaking to me. Have you ever like been like in school or church? You'd be like, oh, they speaking just to me. They speaking to me. Like I feel like this conversation is to me, and I know that you're going to get it as well. So they go from contact to contract. So what does that mean, and how can a listener start by doing that today?
All right.
He's speaking to me, y'all. He's speaking to me and you.
Most people treat networking like a one-night stand.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's good.
So if we do a one-night stand, is it likely that we're going to have a contract for us to get married?
Right.
No, but if I date you in networking like you would date someone that you are interested in, right? Mm-hmm. Chances are we're going to end up doing some type of paperwork where we create this connection, right?
Right.
So we have to stop treating networking like a one-night stand, and we have to date people.
Ooh, and that's what that relationship building is about.
Yes.
You have to build.
Yeah, that's the only way you're gonna get the contract.
Right.
Yeah, you won't get it with a one night stand. Right. I mean, think about it. We may get lucky in a one night stand 1 out of 10 times, but the other 9, no, I'm not. I'm not looking for that. No, I'm not interested. No, thanks, but no thanks. Right.
Right.
Yeah. So why are we doing networking like that?
Right, just thinking that it's just gonna.
This is what I do, and so if you ever need me, call me. That's a one night stand.
Oh my gosh, I've been in networking events like that.
We've all done it. I used to do it.
Overwhelming, and I just be like, we're at a point I really stopped going because I just felt like that they're about to sell you something.
It's called commission breath.
And oh gosh, that's good. I never heard of that. Where everybody come up, oh well, this, and I just be like, oh my gosh, you're making my head spin, because everybody just right up there, just I'm like, okay, so that's good. So networking is about relationship building, not one night stands. Y'all stop having those one night stands.
Right.
So in the age of social media, oh gosh, where social media is, you're gonna help me with this one too. I can tell. So how has networking changed? I think it changed a lot, right?
It has changed, but the principles are still the same. And I even had to have a realization with myself. I was saying to because I used to just have a presence on LinkedIn, right?
Right.
But I really didn't use LinkedIn.
Oh gosh, I'm not using it. No.
But do you realize LinkedIn is the #1 social networking platform?
I know. I keep hearing, and I know I need to do better. So what should I do?
Well, first of all, let me just share this with you. The average income on Facebook and Instagram is about $30,000 per year.
Oh wow.
The average income on LinkedIn starts at $100,000 and goes up.
Yeah.
The reason why we don't have success on LinkedIn, again, if you don't have the tools, you don't know, right?
You don't know, right?
You just you doing what you would do in person.
Right.
The same things we teach in person are the same tools that we teach online. We're not having one night stands with people on LinkedIn. I'm dating people on LinkedIn, right?
Right.
The majority of our revenue has come from LinkedIn.
Oh gosh, I'm guilty of that. I know I need to be on LinkedIn, and I had stopped for a while because I used to do insurance, and so I will always get recruiters like in my inbox just trying to recruit
because they're
me.
one night standers,
and it was like overwhelming.
But what you should have said to yourself, okay, Cedra, you stay focused.
Right.
They don't understand networking.
Okay.
They just understand one night stands.
And that's,
But there are people on LinkedIn. There's a lot of people on LinkedIn that's looking to date someone when it comes to building relationships and making that transaction happen.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going home and I'm cleaning my LinkedIn profile up. I got homework to do, y'all. Look. Yeah, because Facebook, and you're right. I mean, I'm spending so much time on Facebook just talking to friends and family like, ooh, look at my grandbabies. Which, but it's not bringing in any
this is what I always say. Right? I don't need popularity. I like prosperity.
Prosperity, right.
I don't need your likes. I need you to swipe that card, right?
Right, okay. Yeah, so how do you feel about TikTok? So how
I think TikTok is a great platform. If you think about it, Citra, more people are going to TikTok to learn about things
Oh, yeah.
or to find out what's happening. So TikTok, they're on there really, giving you the, what's going on in different cities, what restaurants to try, or, this is how you do this. So it's a big competitor to Google, right? But that's the difference. But I didn't say, I never mentioned TikTok. I said the average income
on
Facebook and Instagram,
right.
TikTok is this whole
something different, right?
it's like TikTok is like Southwest, like in seriously
Right.
in the airline industry. The reason why they call it One World is because American, United, all those airlines are in partnership together, right?
Okay.
Southwest has no partnership with them. Right. That's why they, for the longest you could fly with your bags free. Now, I mean, of course, this is a great example. This is a learning moment for all of us. Even Southwest has to now change what used to work for them, right?
Okay. Right.
If you don't change, and this is a challenge that most of us have, when we don't change and start adapting to technology and tools, when we don't do that, we become a Blockbuster in the Netflix world.
Oh, yeah, because Blockbuster
They
shut
don't
down real
exist.
fast.
They don't exist
real
no more.
fast, right?
No.
But with technology, it's like everything is changing. I mean, you get used to Facebook and now Instagram, and then you get Instagram. I don't really hear too much about Twitter, which is X.
You have to figure out, first of all, what it is that you're marketing, right?
Right.
I think a product works good on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
I think services work better on LinkedIn, and it could be either or for TikTok.
All right.
I think products and services work great on YouTube.
Okay, yeah.
See, what happens is we tend to hang around platforms that we don't get comfortable with. And the ones that we don't understand it or we're uncomfortable with, we give ourselves reasons why we're not on there.
Oh, okay. Now, when I say you were speaking to me, now you weren't supposed to speak to me about that. No. But that is so true.
If you can't say amen, say ouch.
Right. Ouch. Y'all, ouch, because that is so true. Because, I've been on Facebook this whole time.
Yeah.
So I don't want it. But yeah, you gotta
see why I say when we don't change,
that
we
is
become
so
a dinosaur.
Oh my gosh, that is so true. This is, oh my gosh, this is so good.
I mean,
y'all.
Satchel, I'm 53 years old. And I'm constantly have to evolve myself. Now, there will come a point where I'm no longer interested in evolving, right?
Right.
I'm good. But until that day come, I'm always evolving myself.
Right. And which, right, we should.
Like my daughter, 22 years old, she goes, Daddy, can you update my resume? Yeah, because I know the tools to use. She ain't got to go pay a resume writer $200. I know what to do and make it pop just like, and again, no shade to people who write resumes, but if you guys don't pivot,
right,
you're going to be, anyone who saw a decline in what you're doing is because you have not pivoted.
Oh, wow, that's good. Because a good friend of mine, she was just talking about it on social media about knowing when to pivot. Because I think really during COVID, that taught us a lot of us.
I think they are probably has been the most relevant in the church space when it came to being on an online platform is Jamal Bryant.
Okay.
Prior to him, you didn't really see a lot of churches. They were teeter-tot with being on social media, but when COVID hit, why do you think a lot of church organizations shut down?
Right.
They didn't know how to move it online because they've been what people say. we've always done it this way, right?
Oh gosh,
Okay,
yeah.
well, keep doing it and see what happens.
Right, like what worked in the 70s and 80s is
Right.
not working in 2025.
Right.
Right now, you're right. People do say that. Well, we've always done it this way. But you talk a lot about energy. And oh my gosh, when I say the energy in this room, I wish y'all can feel it. Feel it through the screens. Clarity and confidence. So what's a ritual or mindset shift that you recommend before stepping into a room? Ooh.
So I always like to give real life examples, right?
Okay.
So Setra, repeat out to me.
Okay.
I am
I am
good enough.
good enough. And that's it. And you go out there, right? And you know, just by saying that, that will boost
Yeah.
someone's confidence. Just by saying that.
Nothing out of the. It's something that if you do it enough, and you tell yourself, "I am good enough," over and over, you're good enough.
Yeah. Because I know I have to, when I do stuff, a lot of times I have to tell myself, like, I am worth it. Whenever it's something that I want,
Right.
I am worth it. You know?
Right.
I am. So y'all, you know, that you have to have that mindset shift. So you've done both corporate and community-based work, right? So how do you tailor your message to different audience while staying authentic? Now that's good. So you have your corporate and then your community.
I mean, I am who I am, Setra.
Okay.
Right? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm. You know what? I'm glad you asked that question.
Okay.
Now, you see how I'm dressed today, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is, I'm good with this.
Yeah, okay.
Now, and no, don't get it twisted. See, one thing I've learned is wealth whispers.
Oh, that is so true. It's the
Broke is loud.
flashy. Oh,
right.
Oh my gosh.
Now, however, when it's time for me to show up in a corporate setting or show up in a I mean, I'm going to show up, right?
Right.
My wife comes in and she transforms me, right?
Okay.
And when she transforms me, I do not blend in. I will stand out.
Okay.
Because one thing I love about her is that she knows how to dress how you need to be addressed. Right? So that is her gift. And she
Okay.
wrote a book about that. So I know how to show up in places where I need to show up, right?
Right.
But I'm still who I am.
Right. And that's good. I'm glad
Right.
you
Now,
said
I mean, I know how to, use the right type of grammar. Now, I mean, the subject verb may not always agree with each other, right? But because me mastering storytelling and all that kind of stuff, I can bypass that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Just be who you are.
Right.
Right. So you don't have to switch it up and be like, oh, I'm such and such. And
No, I'm
speak
never
like
going to
this
be
in
uptight.
one room.
Because see, if
the
I'm
other
uptight
room,
in front
like,
of you now, I got to stay uptight.
Oh my gosh, that is so true. Yeah. That's not me either. I'm like, look, I like to, and that's why I love on this show to bring guests that just be yourself, be comfortable. I like to have conversations, real conversations, of course, so that the people can, get.
I've been confident on this
Right.
studio, right?
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't going to.
Right. Oh,
Right.
pardon me.
No.
Have fun. Yeah. Right. I like to have fun. I like to laugh. I like to have a good time, but I still like for people to get the message as well. But yeah, you just be yourself, y'all out there. So if someone is starting a business or rebranding, now this is a good one. So where should they begin in crafting their elevator pitch?
Knowing their story.
Knowing their story.
Yeah. Because facts only tell, right?
Okay.
But what sells? Stories.
Stories.
Yeah.
So no.
You got to know your story in articulate it in a way that it makes a point.
Right.
It makes a point.
Okay. Well, this has been like so good. I want you to come back on here.
I have a question for you.
You have, of course. Oh,
What takeaways did you receive today?
Oh, this is good. I have homework. I know that for me, my elevator pitch, I know I definitely need to work on that. I'm going home and I'm redoing my LinkedIn profile. I want to get into the pitch. What is it? The pitch competition, so I can do it, learn more about it. Let's see what else. I know more about networking now. The main thing, my main aha is I would not use I.
Yeah.
Did I do good? I was paying attention, right? Of course, this was so good. And I know that my listeners are going to learn so much more from you. So how can, if someone is listening, they just like, you know what, Kevin D. Williams, I mean, you were on here just really dropping nuggets, and they want to know more about how can they connect with you. How can they do that?
It's so simple, Cetra. All you have to do is text the word connect. Text the word connect to 501-952-4331. And that's my personal cell phone number.
Now, say that again. Text connect.
Text the word connect to 501-952-4331. And when you text the word connect, just text me your first and last name. Okay. And we'll start the dialogue. And I'll learn, what it is that you want to get results for.
Oh, wow. That's good. So the name of this show is You're Worth It. Mm-hmm. So I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
And that is, what are you worth?
Unlimited.
Okay. That's it. That's your answer. Yeah. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I have no value.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And I'm so
glad.
When
I say I have, let me, because there go, I knew I had no value. When I say I have no value, you can't put a value on me, right? You can't do that.
Okay. That is so good. I'm so glad that you're here, because I always tell the people on the show, I'm like, when I ask men that question, most men put dollar amounts to it. And I just be like, okay, but you're oh my, see, y'all be so different. This is why I'm glad you're here. You did not, and I'm so glad. So you did not put a dollar amount to it, because you are worth whatever it is that you believe. Right. And I always tell people that you are worth whatever it is you believe. And when some people would put a dollar amount to it, I'd be like, well, when the money is gone, then you're saying you're not worth anything? I'm not talking about dollar amount, net worth. I'm talking about your self-worth.
Cetra, you want me to tell you why? This is the reason why most people will put a dollar amount on themselves. It's because we overvalue our labor and we undervalue our knowledge.
Ooh.
Dollar amount is based on labor.
All right.
You can't put a dollar amount on knowledge.
Right. All right. That is good. So, wow, I always, when they give me their answers, I mean, your answer is like,
here's how I know how Cetra is locked in. She's taking her glasses off.
Okay, right? Look, I had to put my little glasses on so I could read, but I'm like, wait a minute, let me get focused now. Look, I can see now a little bit. But this was like so good, Kevin, and I am just so glad that you came here today. I know that it wasn't a coincidence. It wasn't, what do people say, happenstance? Is that a word? What do people,
right.
Have you heard that?
It's some of everything.
Like, what the heck? Get out of there.
Nothing just happens.
I'm just honored and I'm blessed that you're here today. And and I'm glad just to have this real conversation. Nothing was rehearsed, as you can see, and I learned so much, and I know this show, I like to inspire my audience, but I can honestly say that I am truly inspired, by this conversation. I learned a lot, and I'm looking forward to just connecting with you more, because a lot of this, through this conversation, I was just like, I didn't want to be like, oh my gosh, that's me. Oh my God. But it was. And I'm so glad that, we had this conversation. And I would love for you to come back. Maybe after, he worked with me a little bit, then I come back and do that elevator pitch again. Look.
She'll be ready, and she'll always stay ready. That's a good thing.
Stay ready.
She'll always stay ready.
That's right. I will stay ready. So is there anything else that you want to tell our listeners? I know I probably got more questions, but for time's sake, is there anything else you want to let our listeners know?
No, I always like to say, no matter what we decide to do, you just always do it world class.
Oh, wow. Okay. And y'all heard it. And y'all heard it here on the Your Worth Show. Like, nothing else needs to be said. So I just want to thank you all for tuning in to the Your Worth Show. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel at Your Worth Show and follow us on all of our social media platforms. We are on TikTok. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram at Your Worth It Show. So I just want to thank you all for tuning in, and make sure you hit the subscribe and the like button. So until next time, I just want you to know that you're worth it. You are worth it. Thank you for tuning in.